Imagine for a moment that your mind is a garden, a fertile, vibrant, incredibly powerful space, teeming with potential. Just like any garden, it can flourish, yielding an abundance of beauty and sustenance, or it can become overgrown, neglected, and barren. Now, I want you to truly ask yourself, what are you planting there? Are you consciously and carefully sowing seeds of beautiful flowers, thoughts of peace, joy, resilience, success, and profound purpose? Are you cultivating kindness, sharpening your focus, and nurturing your most ambitious dreams? Or are you, perhaps unknowingly, allowing insidious weeds to take root and spread the persistent whispers of doubt, the thorny tangles of fear, the suffocating vines of anxiety, and those deeply ingrained, limiting beliefs that relentlessly choke out everything good you wish to grow? This isn't merely a poetic image or a fanciful metaphor. This is the profound, liberating, and utterly timeless truth at the very heart of James Allen's revered masterpiece, As a Man Thinketh, a slender volume, yet one that has ignited countless transformations for over a century. Do you ever find yourself feeling, at times, like life is just happening to you? Like you're perpetually caught in an unpredictable current, a passive observer, perhaps even a victim of your circumstances, constantly reacting to whatever challenges or opportunities happen to drift your way? Have you ever yearned for more control, more agency over your emotions, your daily experiences, your achievements, and ultimately, your entire destiny? Have you felt the frustration of repeating old patterns, of reaching for a better future, only to find yourself back in the familiar confines of the past? If those questions stir something within you, if they resonate deeply with your own experiences, then you are precisely where you need to be right now. In this video, we are going to embark on a transformative journey, diving deep into the enduring wisdom contained within As a Man Thinketh. And I promise you, by the end of our time together, we will have explored, in practical and insightful ways, precisely how to cultivate the life you truly desire, a life that doesn't just sprout, but truly blossoms in magnificent, vibrant color. This powerful, unassuming book teaches us a fundamental, yet often overlooked, liberating truth: you are not a passive observer in your own existence. Far from it. You are, in fact, the undeniable master gardener of your own life. Every single thought you entertain, every belief you choose to nurture, is a seed you plant. And just as an attentive gardener meticulously tends their plot, carefully selecting what grows and diligently removing what hinders its progress, you possess the incredible, inherent power to shape your inner landscape. By consciously nurturing your mental garden, by choosing your seeds wisely, you will not only transform your internal world, but you will profoundly alter your external reality. Get ready to uncover the practical secrets to tending your mental garden with purpose and precision, and prepare to reap an abundant harvest unlike anything you've imagined. This journey begins now. Have you ever found yourself in a place where, despite your best efforts, life just feels heavy? Like you're constantly reacting to circumstances rather than actively creating your own path. Perhaps you're feeling a persistent hum of stress from work, a sense of overwhelm from the endless demands of modern life, or maybe just a quiet frustration that you're not quite living up to your full potential. You're not alone. I've been there more times than I care to admit. Not so long ago, I was navigating that exact landscape. I felt stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and external pressures, constantly feeling like a passenger in my own life, powerless to steer the ship. Every day brought a new challenge, and my default response was often anxiety, a feeling of being inadequate, or just plain exhausted. I craved clarity, control, and a renewed sense of purpose, but the solutions I sought felt elusive, buried under layers of complex theories and fleeting fads. I was searching for something that would truly resonate, something fundamental that could cut through the noise and offer a genuine wake-up call. And that's precisely what I found in a slender, unassuming book penned over a century ago by a visionary writer named James Allen. The book, As a Man Thinketh. It's a title that, on the surface, might sound like a relic from another era, perhaps a dusty philosophical text. But believe me, its profound simplicity and timeless wisdom hit me with the force of a modern revelation. It wasn't about changing my external world directly, it was about understanding the immense, often untapped power residing within my own mind, the very fabric of my thoughts. Discovering this book wasn't just reading, it was an awakening. It showed me that the control I so desperately sought wasn't external, but an inherent faculty I had simply forgotten how to use. It fundamentally shifted my perspective on everything. Now, I understand that hearing a 100-year-old book might conjure images of a dry, academic lecture. But let me assure you, that couldn't be further from our intention here. This isn't about dissecting historical literature or indulging in abstract philosophy. This is about real life, your life today. It's an invitation to a genuine, open conversation about how these enduring principles aren't just relevant, but absolutely essential for navigating the complexities of the 21st century. We're going to explore how James Allen's insights directly apply to the daily grind of our jobs, managing pressure, fostering creativity, and finding meaning in our work. We'll look at how they can help us conquer the relentless stress that seems to permeate every corner of our lives, from digital overload to personal anxieties. And most importantly, we'll uncover how these profound ideas can empower us to achieve the personal goals we often defer, helping us build the habits, resilience, and mental fortitude needed to manifest the lives we truly desire. So, how are we going to do this? We'll embark on a journey through each of Allen's core chapters, one by one. But we won't just skim the surface. We'll delve into the essence of his message, unpack each profound principle, and most critically, translate them into practical, actionable steps. We'll discuss real-world scenarios, offer concrete examples, and explore exercises you can implement immediately. My aim is to make this ancient wisdom accessible, practical, and transformative, helping you move from feeling powerless to powerfully intentional. Are you ready to unlock the incredible potential that lies within your own thoughts? Let's begin. Welcome to the profound journey into James Allen's timeless masterpiece, As a Man Thinketh. We begin with a principle so fundamental, so universal, that once grasped, it reshapes our entire understanding of self and destiny. This is Chapter 1, You Are What You Think. At its very heart, Allen's philosophy declares, unequivocally, man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. It's not merely a poetic statement or a motivational slogan. It is presented as an immutable law, as absolute as gravity. Your character, every facet of who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your reactions, your temperament, your very essence is not some random endowment or a product of external forces. No, it is the precise, accumulated total of every thought that has ever passed through your mind, both those you consciously acknowledge and those that dwell in the deeper, quieter currents of your subconscious. Think of your life as an elaborate tapestry, each thread no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is a thought woven together over time to create the intricate pattern that is you. What you consistently hold in your mind, what you dwell on, what you secretly believe about yourself and the world, eventually manifests as the tangible reality of your character and circumstances. To truly grasp this, let's use a modern analogy. Imagine your mind as the operating system of your life and your thoughts as the software code that runs it. Every piece of code, every line written, dictates a function, a response, an outcome. If your thoughts are like clean, efficient, well-written code, positive, constructive, forward-thinking, abundant, then your life will run smoothly, effectively, and produce excellent results. You'll experience clarity, purpose, and a natural tendency towards growth and success. But what happens if your code is buggy? If it's filled with errors, viruses, or outdated directives, meaning if your thoughts are predominantly negative, self-defeating, critical, or fearful, then your life's operating system will inevitably crash, glitch, or produce undesirable outcomes. You'll find yourself stuck in loops of frustration, unhappiness, and perceived limitations. Just as a programmer debugs code to improve performance, we have the power to examine and rewrite our mental code to optimize our lives. Good code, good results. Flawed code, flawed results. It's that simple and that profound. Now, it's crucial to understand that many of these code lines aren't always visible on the surface. James Allen brilliantly highlights the impact of what he calls our secret thoughts. These are the hidden beliefs, the unexamined assumptions, the quiet resentments, the unspoken fears, or even the unacknowledged aspirations that reside in the depths of our minds. We might not actively think them in a conscious, verbalized way, yet they exert a powerful, often unseen influence. Think of a seed planted deep beneath the earth. For a long time, there's no visible sign of it. Yet, it's there, silently germinating, drawing sustenance, slowly developing roots. Eventually, inevitably, it breaks through the soil, first as a sprout, then as a plant, and finally as a tree bearing fruit or flower. In the same way, our secret thoughts, whether noble or ignoble, germinate within us. They might remain unexpressed for a time, but they are constantly shaping our inclinations, our attitudes, and our automatic reactions. Over time, these subconscious currents rise to the surface, crystallizing into our consistent habits, which then become the tangible actions that define our character and shape our external world. Nothing truly remains hidden. Every thought, every belief eventually finds its expression in our behavior and our circumstances. The universe, Allen suggests, is merely holding up a mirror to our inner world. So, how do we begin to observe this intricate dance of thought and character? How do we start to read our own mental code? Here is your first actionable takeaway, a simple yet powerful exercise for just one day. I challenge you to keep a thought journal. You don't need to analyze, judge, or try to change anything. The goal is pure observation. Carry a small notebook or use a notes app on your phone, and periodically, whenever you remember, just jot down what's occupying your mind. What thoughts are recurring? What emotions are bubbling up? What are your automatic reactions to events, big or small? Are your thoughts mostly positive, negative, neutral, critical, hopeful, or anxious? Don't censor yourself. This isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. It's about becoming a witness to your own internal landscape. This single day of observation will offer you invaluable insights into the raw material from which your character, your habits, and ultimately your destiny are being forged. It's the first step towards taking intentional command of the software that runs your life. We'll delve deeper into the implications of these observations in our next chapter. In our first chapter, we established the fundamental truth that thoughts are powerful, creative forces. Now, as we transition into chapter 2, the architect of your circumstances, we confront a concept that challenges many deeply ingrained beliefs about our place in the world. This chapter is about dismantling the idea of victimhood and revealing how your external world is, in essence, a direct and undeniable reflection of your internal thought environment. It's easy to feel as though life happens to us. We often hear phrases like, "I'm a victim of my circumstances," or "my situation is just bad luck." But James Allen offers a profound counter-argument that truly debunks this victim mindset. He states with unequivocal clarity, circumstance does not make the man, it reveals him to himself. This isn't just a clever turn of phrase, it's a fundamental truth that empowers us to reclaim our agency. Your circumstances don't define you. They merely bring to the surface the thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes you've been cultivating internally. They act as a mirror, showing you the landscape of your own mind. To truly grasp this, consider a relatable example. Imagine two different individuals, both facing the exact same sudden and significant setback. Perhaps they both lose their job unexpectedly in a tough economy. For one person, this event spirals into an immediate and profound sense of disaster. Their internal monologue is filled with despair, blame, and a feeling of powerlessness. They see an unscalable mountain of problems, dwelling on the unfairness, the lack of opportunities, and their own perceived inadequacy. Their next moves are dictated by fear and resignation. The second person, encountering the very same setback, experiences initial shock, of course, but their internal environment quickly shifts. They might see this as an unexpected opportunity for a new direction, a chance to refine existing skills, or even to pursue a long-held passion. Their thoughts dictate a proactive approach, seeking solutions, networking, and envisioning a better future. The external event was identical, yet their internal thought environment dictated completely different emotional responses and, crucially, completely different subsequent actions and outcomes. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but surely some things are genuinely beyond my control. Are you suggesting I'm to blame for every misfortune? Let me be absolutely clear, this isn't about blame. It is, fundamentally, about empowerment. It's about recognizing, while you may not control every initial event or external challenge, you absolutely control your response to it. This perspective doesn't shirk responsibility for past choices. Instead, it hands you the power to consciously choose your present thoughts, and by doing so, to fundamentally change your future reality. It's the ultimate form of personal freedom. This brings us to a crucial, often misunderstood aspect of this philosophy. We attract what we are, not necessarily what we want. It's easy to want success, happiness, or abundance. But if your internal world is dominated by thoughts of scarcity, self-doubt, or fear, those deeply held patterns of thought will override your conscious desires. Your prevailing mental state, your underlying beliefs about yourself and the world, act like a powerful magnetic field. If your internal environment is characterized by resilience, positive expectation, and a belief in your own capability, then you begin to attract circumstances and opportunities that align with that internal state. Conversely, if your mind is a landscape of anxiety, cynicism, or victimhood, then those are the experiences that will, regrettably, tend to manifest in your external world. The architect of your circumstances is, and always has been, your own mind. Welcome back. In Chapter 3, James Allen invites us to delve into a connection often overlooked but profoundly impactful: the intricate relationship between your mind and your body. He states unequivocally, the body is the servant of the mind. It is ever ready to do the bidding of the mind, whether the bidding be designedly chosen or automatically expressed. This isn't merely poetic language, it's a fundamental truth. Allen posits that a mind riddled with negativity, fear, or anxiety will inevitably manifest itself through a body that is less vibrant, less resilient, perhaps even unwell. Conversely, a mind at peace, full of positive intent, lays the groundwork for robust physical health. This ancient wisdom finds remarkable resonance in contemporary science. We now understand, through extensive research, the powerful physiological impact of our mental states. Consider the pervasive concept of stress. When our minds are consumed by anxious thoughts, worry, or unresolved conflict, our bodies respond by flooding our systems with hormones like cortisol. This fight-or-flight response, while crucial for immediate danger, becomes detrimental when prolonged. Chronic exposure to cortisol, triggered by persistent negative thinking, can suppress the immune system, increase inflammation, disrupt sleep, and contribute to a host of physical ailments, from digestive issues to cardiovascular problems. Your thoughts, therefore, aren't just abstract ideas. They are chemical commands that literally shape your internal environment. Now let's reverse the lens. Think about the profound difference cheerful, optimistic thoughts can make. A mind filled with gratitude, joy, and purpose doesn't just feel better emotionally. It actually fosters a physiological state of well-being. This positive mental climate can enhance immune function, lower blood pressure, and even promote faster healing. Your body, receiving signals of calm and strength from your mind, becomes more resilient, more energetic, and more capable of fending off illness. Imagine two individuals facing similar challenges, one approaching them with a spirit of hopeful determination, the other with dread and despair. While external circumstances might be identical, their internal physiological responses, and consequently their long-term health trajectories, could diverge dramatically. Fearful thoughts, on the other hand, act like a corrosive agent, slowly weakening the body's natural defenses, leaving it vulnerable. They tighten muscles, constrict breathing, and drain vital energy, making the body a less hospitable place for health to thrive. To truly grasp this mind-body connection, let's try a simple, immediate exercise. Take a moment, where you are right now, to pause. Close your eyes gently if you feel comfortable, or simply soften your gaze. Now, I want you to bring to mind a happy thought, something that genuinely brings you joy, perhaps a cherished memory, a loved one, or a moment of triumph. Hold that thought for a few breaths. As you do, pay close attention to what happens in your body. Do you notice a sense of lightness, a softening of your muscles, perhaps a deeper breath, or a general feeling of ease? Now, gently release that happy thought, and for a brief moment, call to mind a thought that typically causes you stress or mild anxiety, perhaps a deadline, a worry, or a minor frustration. Just for a few seconds. And again, notice what happens in your body. Do you feel a tightening in your shoulders, a clenching in your jaw, a shallowing of your breath, or a subtle unease in your stomach? This isn't just imagination. What you've just experienced is your body responding directly and instantaneously to the commands of your mind. Your thoughts are not passive. They are powerful architects, constantly shaping your physical reality. James Allen's message, amplified by modern understanding, is profoundly empowering. It reminds us that while we may not always control external events, we possess immense power over our internal landscape. By cultivating a mind of purpose, peace, and positivity, we lay the foundation for a life not only of mental clarity but also of vibrant physical health. In our next chapter, we'll explore how this conscious cultivation of thought extends beyond our individual well-being and influences our circumstances. Welcome back, truth seekers, to our journey through James Allen's profound insights. In this fourth chapter, we unlock a concept so vital it can entirely reshape your reality: the power of a single purpose. Think for a moment about the vast, boundless energy contained within your mind. It's a powerful engine, capable of incredible creation. But what happens to an engine without a clear destination, without a defined track to run on? It idles, it sputters, or worse, it runs aimlessly, expending its energy without achieving anything meaningful. This, Allen teaches us, is the essence of a life lived without purpose, a life of drift and indecision. Many of us, perhaps unknowingly, fall into the category of what Allen terms the drifter. We react to circumstances, we chase fleeting desires, we allow external forces to dictate our path. Our thoughts are scattered, our efforts fragmented, but then there is the director, the individual who harnesses that same immense mental energy and channels it with laser-like precision towards a predetermined goal. Allen puts it unequivocally: until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. This isn't just a philosophical statement, it's a practical truth. Without purpose, our thoughts, no matter how brilliant, remain ungrounded, incapable of manifesting into tangible results. They are like a multitude of uncoordinated workers, each trying to build something different, leading to chaos rather than creation. To further illustrate this, consider a potent navigation metaphor. A mind without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by every wave of doubt and fear. Imagine this ship on the open ocean. It might have the strongest engine, the most luxurious cabins, but if it lacks a rudder, a mechanism for steering and direction, it's at the mercy of every current, every storm. It will never reach its intended harbor, or worse, it will crash against the rocks of adversity. A mind similarly buffeted by external opinions, internal fears, and the ever-present distractions of modern life will achieve nothing substantial unless it has a firm, guiding purpose. This purpose isn't just about achieving big goals, it's fundamentally about providing a point of focus. It acts as your internal compass, always pointing you north, even when storms rage. When you possess a clear central aim, your mental energy isn't squandered on trivialities. You become inherently more resilient against difficulties because every challenge is viewed through the lens of your purpose. Does this obstacle serve my aim? How can I navigate it to stay on course? Distractions lose their power because they don't align with your deeply held intention. Purpose simplifies your choices, clarifies your values, and empowers you to make decisions that truly serve your highest good. So as we conclude this chapter, I invite you to a profound moment of self-reflection. If your life were a ship, what harbor are you trying to reach? What is your rudder? For the next month, I challenge you to define one simple, central aim. Not a grand, overwhelming ambition, but one clear, achievable purpose that can serve as your point of focus. It could be improving a specific skill, fostering a particular habit, or dedicating time to a neglected passion. Write it down. Hold it in your mind. Let it be the magnet that aligns your thoughts and actions. Observe how this single, clear purpose begins to transform your days, bringing clarity, direction, and a powerful sense of intelligent accomplishment to your life. Welcome to Chapter 5, From Thought to Triumph. In this pivotal section of our journey through As a Man Thinketh, we move beyond understanding the power of thought to dissecting the precise mechanics of achievement. We'll break down the process, revealing that all lasting success, every meaningful accomplishment, is not some random occurrence or fortunate accident, but the direct and inevitable consequence of focused thought and unwavering mental self-discipline. This chapter illuminates the pathway from an ethereal idea in the mind to its tangible manifestation in the world. James Allen makes it unequivocally clear that there is an immutable law governing the acquisition of anything truly worthwhile. He states, with absolute conviction, that he who would accomplish little must sacrifice little, he who would achieve much must sacrifice much. This isn't about physical pain or grand, dramatic renunciations. It's about the quiet, conscious choices we make daily. It's the sacrifice of idle time for deliberate practice, of fleeting distractions for intense focus, of comfortable inertia for challenging growth. It means letting go of unproductive habits, disengaging from trivial pursuits, and relinquishing the instant gratification that distracts from long-term vision. The greater your ambition, the more refined and persistent your mental and emotional sacrifices must be. This law is impartial, universal, and profoundly true. The magnitude of your sustained mental effort, the things you willingly give up for your ideal, directly calibrates the scale of your eventual triumph. To grasp the sheer potency of this mental architecture, consider the world of a champion athlete. Their moment of victory, when finally achieved amidst the roar of the crowd and the flash of cameras, is never a sudden eruption of raw talent or a stroke of pure luck. No, a champion's victory is born first in their mind through discipline and focus long before they enter the arena. Weeks, months, even years are spent not merely on grueling physical conditioning, but on intense mental rehearsal. They visualize the perfect serve, anticipate every move of an opponent, mentally conquer pain barriers, and feel the rush of crossing the finish line or making the decisive shot. This unwavering mental discipline, this absolute conviction in their success, forged in countless hours of internal struggle, is what ultimately empowers their physical performance. It's the mental battle won that enables the physical triumph. And in precisely the same way, whatever your chosen arena, be it business, creative endeavor, academic pursuit, or personal transformation, your success will always first be sculpted, honed, and solidified within the crucible of your mind. Yet, as we embark on this transformative journey from thought to triumph, we inevitably encounter formidable adversaries that lurk within our own consciousness. James Allen issues a vital warning: doubt and fear are the great enemies of knowledge, and he who encourages them thwarts himself at every step. These insidious forces are not external monsters. They are internally generated thought patterns that can sabotage even the most brilliant aspirations. Doubt questions your capabilities, whispers insidious what-ifs, and paralyzes action, leading to procrastination and missed opportunities. Fear conjures worst-case scenarios, drains your courage, and keeps you shackled to inaction and mediocrity. To entertain these thoughts, to give them mental space, is to actively undermine your own potential and create self-imposed obstacles. Every moment spent dwelling on doubt or fear is a step backward, a diversion from your path. Therefore, conquering them is an act of profound mental self-discipline, choosing to actively reject their influence, to replace them with unwavering faith, resolute conviction, and a clear, positive vision of your desired outcome. This mental fortitude is not an inherent trait, it is a muscle developed through conscious, persistent effort, much like a gardener diligently weeds a garden to ensure the healthy growth of their desired flora. Ultimately, then, we arrive at the most liberating and empowering understanding offered by James Allen: success is never a matter of chance, luck, or random favor. It is not something haphazardly bestowed upon a fortunate few while others toil in obscurity. Instead, success is the natural, inevitable, and entirely predictable result of consistently applied thought. It is the unwavering harvest that inevitably follows the seeds of intention, discipline, and mental fortitude that you sow in your mind. The individual who consistently directs their thoughts towards a specific, worthy objective, who bravely sacrifices the ephemeral for the eternal, who diligently disciplines their mind against the corrosive influences of doubt and fear, will, without fail, achieve their purpose. This is the immutable law of the universe, operating with perfect precision, delivering triumph to those who master their minds and apply their mental energy with steadfast purpose. Embrace this truth, and you unlock the true architect of your destiny. Welcome back, fellow seekers of self-mastery. In our journey through James Allen's profound insights, we arrive now at a truly transformative concept, one that encapsulates the very essence of creation. Chapter 6, Dreaming with Your Eyes Open. This isn't about passive reverie or wishful thinking. It's about understanding the profound power of a deliberate, focused vision. It's about recognizing that within the vast landscape of your mind lies the ultimate architect, capable of drawing up the blueprints for the person you are becoming and the life you are building. James Allen eloquently reminds us, and I quote, "The dreamers are the saviors of the world. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you shall at last unveil." Pause for a moment and let that sink in. The dreamers are the saviors of the world. This isn't just hyperbole. Every great invention, every monumental achievement, every act of compassion that has uplifted humanity began as a cherished vision in the mind of a dreamer. Before the bridge spanned the chasm, it existed in the mind of the engineer. Before the symphony graced our ears, it resonated in the composer's imagination. Before you achieve your greatest self, that ideal must first take root, vibrant and clear, within your inner world. But let's be absolutely clear, this vision is not idle daydreaming. It's not the fleeting fantasy that dissipates with the morning light. Instead, it is a chosen, cultivated ideal held steadfastly in the conscious and subconscious mind. It's the difference between merely wishing you were stronger and actively visualizing yourself performing your ideal workout, then consistently showing up. It's the distinction between hoping for financial abundance and seeing yourself managing your resources wisely, investing intelligently, and contributing generously. This is about cherishing an ideal and working towards it, letting it pull you forward with an irresistible magnetic force. Your vision becomes the North Star, guiding your decisions, influencing your actions, and shaping your very being. So, how do we begin to cultivate this powerful vision? Start by asking yourself, who is the ideal version of you? Not who your parents want you to be, not who society tells you you should be, but who, deep down, do you aspire to become? What virtues do they possess? Are they patient, resilient, compassionate, disciplined, courageous? How do they carry themselves? What knowledge do they seek? How do they contribute to their community, their family, the world? Begin to paint this portrait in vivid detail in your mind. See them, feel them, embody them, even now. Hold that vision. Let it be the unwavering blueprint that every thought, every word, every action, consciously or unconsciously, strives to match. Consider the remarkable story of Walt Disney, a man who truly dreamed with his eyes open. Long before Disneyland or Disney World became global landmarks, Walt faced immense struggles. He was fired from an early job for lacking imagination and having no good ideas. His first animation company went bankrupt. He lost the rights to his most successful character, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, due to a deceitful business partner. Many would have given up, but Walt held an unwavering vision of a world of animated wonder, of a place where families could share joy and magic. He continued to innovate, to push boundaries, to believe in the impossible. He held that vision, not just in his mind, but in his very soul, and it pulled him forward through countless setbacks. He didn't just dream of Disneyland, he saw it meticulously detailed decades before it opened its gates. He leveraged his imagination to create an ideal, and then he painstakingly, relentlessly worked to manifest it into reality, fundamentally transforming entertainment and culture in the process. His vision wasn't just for himself, it was for millions, and it truly changed the world. Just like Walt Disney, you possess this incredible power. Your mind is not merely a receptacle for external information, it is a dynamic forge where reality is shaped. When you hold a clear, consistent vision of your ideal self, of the life you desire to build, you are actively participating in its creation. You are setting into motion forces that will inevitably attract the experiences, the people, and the opportunities necessary to bring that vision to fruition. This is the profound secret that Alan implores us to grasp. You become what you contemplate. Choose to contemplate your highest ideal, your noblest vision. Nourish it daily with positive thoughts, with affirmations, with dedicated action. Let it be the constant companion in your mind, guiding you toward becoming the promise of what you shall one day be. Dream with your eyes open, for in that waking dream lies the genesis of your greatest reality. Welcome to Chapter 7, where we shatter a common misconception and unveil serenity not as a passive state, but as the ultimate superpower. In a world that often equates strength with overt aggression or relentless activity, James Allen invites us to discover a different, far more profound kind of power, the power of a calm, controlled mind. This isn't about being unfeeling or indifferent, it's about reaching the pinnacle of self-control, wisdom, and profound inner strength. As Allen eloquently states, calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. It is the result of long and patient effort in self-control. This isn't a gift bestowed upon a lucky few, it is forged through conscious discipline. To be calm when others are panicking, to think clearly amidst confusion, to remain steadfast when the world around you is in turmoil, this is the mark of true mastery. It's the strength to steer your own ship, rather than being tossed about by every emotional wave. It is the quiet authority that commands respect, not through shouting, but through unwavering composure. Consider the stark contrast between a calm mind and a chaotic one. Imagine two individuals facing the same complex problem. One is frantic, anxious, allowing their thoughts to race, their emotions to dictate their next move. Their decisions are often impulsive, reactive, leading to further complication. Now, envision the other, thoughtful, deliberate, taking a moment to assess, to breathe, to respond from a place of clarity. This calm person, without question, makes better decisions. They see solutions where others see only obstacles. Their very presence creates a ripple effect of stability, influencing those around them to also approach challenges with greater clarity and purpose. A calm person possesses an almost magnetic influence precisely because they embody self-possession and foresight. In our modern world, this choice for serenity is nothing short of a radical act of self-care and power. We are constantly bombarded a symphony of notifications, an endless scroll of information, the relentless pressure to be on at all times. To consciously choose a moment of stillness, to intentionally quiet the external noise and cultivate inner peace, is to reclaim agency over your mental landscape. It's not an escape from reality, it's a strategic retreat to fortify your mind, making you more resilient and effective when you re-engage. It's a deliberate declaration that you, and not the external world, control your inner state. So, how do we begin to cultivate this profound superpower? Let's start with a simple, yet incredibly powerful technique. Practice the pause. When you feel a challenge rising, whether it's an irritating email, a critical comment, or just a wave of frustration threatening to overwhelm you, take one deep breath before you respond. Just one. Don't rush to react. In that brief moment of intentional stillness, you create a space where emotion can subside, where wisdom can surface, and where you can choose your response instead of merely reacting. This is where your power lies. This single breath, this conscious pause, is your anchor in the storm, your silent declaration of self-control, and your direct path to unlocking the ultimate superpower of serenity. Welcome back, fellow truth seekers. We've journeyed through the profound wisdom of James Allen's As a Man Thinketh, uncovering the foundational truth that our thoughts are the architects of our reality. But merely understanding this concept isn't enough. True transformation lies in its application. It's time to move beyond intellectual appreciation and dive into tangible action. This is where your personal growth truly begins. Introducing your 7-Day Mind Garden Challenge. This isn't just an exercise, it's a practical, day-by-day action plan meticulously designed to help you immediately integrate the teachings of this powerful book into the very fabric of your daily life. Think of your mind as a garden. Just as a gardener tends to their plot, removing weeds and nurturing desired plants, you too can cultivate a mind rich with purpose, peace, and power. Let's get our hands dirty starting today. Days 1 and 2 observe spotting the weeds. For the next 2 days, your sole mission is to become a silent, non-judgmental observer of your own thoughts. Imagine yourself sitting by a mental stream, watching the thoughts flow by. Don't engage with them, don't try to change them, and certainly don't chastise yourself for what you find. Just notice, what are your recurring mental patterns? What negative or limiting beliefs tend to sprout up most often? These are your mental weeds, the automatic, unexamined thoughts that can choke out the growth of your potential. Perhaps you notice self-doubt, anxiety about the future, or lingering resentment. Simply acknowledge their presence. It can be incredibly insightful to jot down these observations in a journal. No need to analyze, just list them. This initial observation phase is crucial. You can't cultivate your garden effectively until you know what's already growing there. Give yourself permission to just be aware, without judgment, for these 2 days. Days 3 and 4 purpose, planting your seeds of intention. Having observed the landscape of your mind, it's now time to introduce conscious intention. Just as a gardener decides what flowers or vegetables they wish to grow, you will now define what you want your mind garden to produce. For these 2 days, your task is to define and write down one clear, overarching purpose for your week and indeed for the direction you want your life to move in. This purpose should be positive, personal, and present tense. For example, instead of "I don't want to be anxious," aim for "I am calm and confident in all situations," or "I actively pursue my creative passion." Make it specific enough to feel tangible, yet broad enough to guide various aspects of your day. Once you've defined your purpose, write it down prominently. Stick it on your bathroom mirror, make it your phone's wallpaper, or keep it open on your desk. The key is to keep it visible, a constant reminder of the flourishing reality you are actively building with your thoughts. This isn't just an affirmation, it's the foundational seed you are planting. Days 5 and 6 cultivate tending your garden daily. With your purpose firmly planted, these 2 days are dedicated to active cultivation, the core of what James Allen teaches. This is where you consciously engage in the powerful practice of thought replacement. When a negative or unhelpful thought arises, and believe me, it will, old habits die hard. Your immediate task is to acknowledge it, then consciously and deliberately replace it with a thought that aligns with your defined purpose and your ideal self. For instance, if a thought of "I can't do this" surfaces, you would consciously counter it with "I am capable and resourceful, and I learn from every challenge." If you find yourself dwelling on past mistakes, redirect your focus to the present opportunities and the future you are building. This isn't about denial, it's about active redirection and choice. Each time you choose a thought that serves your purpose over one that detracts from it, you are actively weeding your mind garden and nourishing the seeds of your desired reality. This requires consistent effort, like watering and pruning a young plant. Be patient but persistent. Day 7, reflect, harvesting wisdom and celebrating growth. Congratulations, you've reached the final day of your challenge. Today is about pausing, integrating, and appreciating the journey you've undertaken. Find a quiet space and spend at least 10 minutes in silence. Let your mind settle. Then, reflect deeply on what you have learned about your own mind over these past 6 days. What new insights have you gained? Were there recurring negative patterns you were surprised to discover? How did it feel to actively cultivate a new thought, even for a moment? Most importantly, take a moment to celebrate your effort. This isn't about achieving perfection in 7 days, it's about establishing a powerful new habit and gaining profound self-awareness. Acknowledge the commitment you've shown and the courage it takes to look inward and begin reshaping your inner world. Consider journaling your reflections to solidify your learning and provide a valuable record of your progress. This 7-day Mind Garden Challenge is just the beginning. It's a foundational week designed to jumpstart your journey of conscious thought mastery. The principles James Allen shared are not a destination but a continuous path of self-improvement. Carry these practices forward. Continue to observe, to define purpose, to cultivate, and to reflect, transforming your mind into a thriving garden where only the most beautiful and beneficial thoughts are allowed to flourish. Your outer world is always a mirror of your inner landscape. Tend your garden well and watch your life blossom. As we bring our journey through As a Man Thinketh to a close, let's distill its profound wisdom into 3 simple, yet incredibly powerful truths that form the very core message of James Allen's timeless work. These are the takeaways we hope will resonate deeply and guide you forward. First, and perhaps most fundamentally, your thoughts create your reality. This isn't just a poetic phrase, it's a foundational principle of existence. Your outer world, the circumstances you experience, the people you attract, The successes or failures you encounter, these are all, in essence, a direct mirror of your inner world. Just as a plant cannot grow fruit unlike its seed, your life cannot manifest results that are out of alignment with your dominant thoughts. Cultivate thoughts of abundance, courage, and peace, and your reality will inevitably begin to reflect them. Conversely, persistent negativity, doubt, and fear will undoubtedly shape a challenging existence. This is an undeniable law, as constant and reliable as gravity itself. Secondly, and this is where empowerment truly begins, you are the gardener. You are not a passive observer in the vast garden of your mind. You are its sole custodian, its master, its cultivator. This truth places immense power and, yes, profound responsibility squarely in your hands. You possess the inherent ability to choose which seeds of thought you plant, which weeds you diligently pull, and which beautiful blossoms you choose to nurture. Every single thought that enters your mind is a seed. Do you allow any old weed to take root and flourish? Or do you carefully select and cultivate only those thoughts that serve your highest good, that align with your truest aspirations and your desired self? Remember, the quality of your harvest depends entirely on the diligent work and discerning choices of the gardener. You hold the power to cultivate a fertile, beautiful, and fruitful mental landscape, or to let it become overgrown, barren, and chaotic. And finally, our third core truth, providing the essential tools for mastery, purpose, and calm are your tools. A mind adrift without direction is like a ship without a rudder, tossed aimlessly by every storm, never reaching a desired port. But a mind imbued with a clear, unwavering purpose, coupled with a deep, abiding inner calm, becomes the most powerful force for achievement and peace imaginable. Purpose provides the unwavering compass, guiding your thoughts and actions with intention towards a meaningful destination. Calm provides the serene and unwavering focus, the tranquil mental environment where clear thinking, boundless creativity, and profoundly effective action can truly flourish, undisturbed by external chaos or internal turmoil. When your thoughts are unified by a grander purpose and your inner state is one of tranquil assurance, you become an unstoppable force. This powerful combination allows you to shape not just your immediate reality, but the very fabric of your destiny. With purpose, you know precisely where you're going. With calm, you know exactly how to get there, serenely and effectively. These three simple truths, that your thoughts create your reality, that you are the gardener of your mind, and that purpose and calm are your most potent tools, encapsulate the profound wisdom of As a Man Thinketh. They offer a clear pathway not just to intellectual understanding, but to active, tangible transformation. Embrace them, integrate them into your daily living, and you embrace the master key to a life of intention, fulfillment, and lasting peace. We've spent a significant amount of time together, delving into the profound, life-altering wisdom encapsulated in James Allen's As a Man Thinketh. We've uncovered the truth that our thoughts are not just fleeting impulses but potent forces, the very architects of our reality, meticulously shaping our circumstances, our character, and our destiny. We've explored the fertile ground of the mind, understanding how cultivating positive, purposeful thoughts leads to a harvest of peace, success, and genuine fulfillment, while unchecked, negative thought patterns inevitably lead to discord and limitation. The concepts are clear, the message is compelling, but the real power of this knowledge, like any profound truth, lies not merely in understanding it intellectually, but in actively applying it, in making it an integral part of your daily experience. And now, the journey pivots. It's no longer about passively absorbing these insights. It's about your active participation, your commitment to transformation. It's your turn to put these principles to the test, to witness their transformative power firsthand in your own life. To truly integrate these lessons and begin to consciously sculpt your reality, I'm inviting you to undertake a powerful, yet profoundly simple, commitment, the 7-Day Thought Challenge. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to become the diligent, non-judgmental observer of your own mind. Pay close attention to the tenor of your internal dialogue. When you catch yourself dwelling on worry, doubt, or scarcity, pause. Take a conscious breath and then deliberately, with intent, replace that thought with one of gratitude, possibility, courage, or unwavering belief in your own potential. Observe, without attachment, how this consistent, conscious redirection of your mental energy begins to ripple outwards, influencing your emotions, your actions, your interactions, and indeed, the very circumstances that unfold around you. This isn't just an exercise in positive thinking, it's an empirical demonstration to yourself, an undeniable proof of the profound truth that Alan so eloquently articulates. To officially embark on this deeply personal, transformative journey, I want you to make a public declaration, a commitment to yourself and to this community. Type "ITKM" in the comments section below. Let your commitment be a powerful first step towards mastering your inner world. As you reflect on the wealth of insights we've explored in this video, I genuinely want to hear from you. What was your single biggest takeaway? Was there a particular concept, a specific quote, or an example that resonated so deeply it shifted something within you, sparking a new understanding or inspiring a fresh perspective? Share your most significant insight with our growing community. Your unique perspective not only solidifies your own learning, but also offers invaluable illumination and encouragement to others who are navigating a similar path of self-discovery. Let's cultivate a vibrant space for shared wisdom and collective advancement. If you've found genuine value in this deep dive into As a Man Thinketh, if these discussions have inspired you to cultivate a more intentional, empowered life, then please take a moment right now to give this video a like. Your engagement helps us tremendously, ensuring that these messages of timeless wisdom reach an even wider audience. And if you're eager for more profound explorations into ancient philosophies, modern psychology, and practical strategies for personal mastery, discussions designed to empower your mind, expand your consciousness, and elevate your spirit, then I warmly invite you to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted every time we release a new video, ensuring you never miss an opportunity to deepen your understanding and accelerate your growth. Finally, and I cannot emphasize this enough, while this video offers a comprehensive overview and a catalyst for action, I strongly encourage you to read the book for yourself. As a Man Thinketh is a surprisingly short read, a remarkably concise yet incredibly potent masterpiece that you can easily absorb in a single sitting. But don't let its brevity fool you. It is a book you will undoubtedly return to again and again throughout your life's journey. Each rereading, at different stages of your personal evolution, will unveil new layers of meaning, offer fresh insights, and provide profound awakenings relevant to your current challenges and aspirations. It's more than just a book, it's a foundational text for personal development, an investment in yourself that will continue to yield invaluable dividends for years to come. Take the time to sit with Alan's original, carefully chosen words, Allow them to permeate your consciousness and truly make these transformative truths your own. Remember, the power to create your life lies within your thoughts. Every conscious thought is a step towards your desired reality, every choice a deliberate direction. Thank you for embarking on this intellectual and spiritual journey with me today, and I eagerly anticipate witnessing your commitment to growth.